Secretary of State John Kerry in el-Sheikh in Egypt, where he called for a fresh start to peace efforts to end 4 years of bloodshed in Syria. He spoke in an interview with the US TV network CBS.
We are working very hard with other interested parties to see if we can reignite a diplomatic outcome. Why? Because everybody agrees there is no military solution. There is only a political solution. But to get the Assad regime to negotiate, we're going to have to make it clear to him that there is a determination by everybody to seek that political outcome and change his calculation about negotiating. That's underway right now. And I am convinced that with the efforts of our allies and others, there will be increased pressure on Assad.
And you'd be willing to negotiate with him?
Well, we have to negotiate in the end.
The US had a role in previous peace talks when former UN negotiator Lakhdar Brahimi brought the Syrian government and members of the opposition for talks at the UN's headquarters in Geneva last year. The US and Russia acted as guarantors of the process, but the US has not had direct negotiations with the Syrian government before. Why is it being proposed now? Well, Dr. Brahimi's successor, Special Envoy Staffan de Misturis' efforts to bring a freeze or ceasefire to Aleppo have stalled. Diplomats say the plan seems dead. From Egypt, Secretary Kerry travelled to Lausanne in Switzerland for the latest round of nuclear talks, which are now at a crunch stage. The deadline for a framework deal is at the end of the month. What happens at these ongoing talks could not only have a bearing on the big issue of Iran's nuclear program. Diplomats tell me if there's a new push to restart a Syrian peace process, then all international and regional players need to be involved. And Iran remains Syria's closest ally and has key influence. On Monday, the Iranian foreign minister will travel to Brussels to meet European ministers. Among them will be Federica Mogherini, the EU High Representative for Foreign Affairs. She recently told me an Iran deal would be an historic opportunity to create a new framework for the Middle East. James Bays, Al Jazeera, Lausanne.